Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. And bright eye and bushy tail, ready to go for another hour on this Sunday, traditional Sunday talk of ours. Hope you're all well and have been able to make it today at our usual Sunday talk. So let's see who is like me 4 minutes late. At least and no more. I made a mess up here with my cup of cocoa. Rajesh, hello dear. Good to see you. Prince, you're here as usual. And Rajesh from India, good to see you. Raj, happy Sunday to you too, dear. Carrie, good to see you. Where have you been hiding? You weren't here yesterday, I guess. Iowa. How's Iowa doing? Hope all is well. So here we are again on a Sunday. I guess it's the 27th, is it? Of February? Am I right? Mustafa, hi there. I hope everybody has their own cup of coffee and tea for themselves, and they have not made a mess like I did on my cup. So while we are waiting for everybody to join us, you think about your questions. I hope you have some questions written down and we can have an enjoyable exchange. Carrie says 70 degrees. Oh my goodness, 70 degrees last week. 20, are you kidding me? At this time of the year, it's so hot there. 28 degrees Celsius? Are you talking Celsius or you're talking Fahrenheit? Probably Fahrenheit. That is if it's Celsius, it's pretty hot. I don't know if I'm reading it right. Joy, oh, it's the 26th. Thank you. Okay. Well, 26th of February. That's the day I lost my father 6 years ago. What is 2011? 6 years ago. May he rest in peace. I loved him so much. I still do. So, now, I know, Carrie, it's crazy weather. How could that be that hot? It's February, almost the end of it. Yeah, Joy. Such is life. Unbelievable. So, where are we? Let me see if I can see my eyes. I have this conjured up apparatus here to keep this cell phone hanging here properly, and sometimes it covers my eyes. I can't see myself. Now, 50 degrees cooler now. You're talking Fahrenheit then. Yeah, well. Thank you, Justine. I understand. Okay, now, thank you very much for your attention. So let's see, what questions do we have in front of us? Fahrenheit. So it's cold then, it's not that hot. What was that 28th that you said? I thought that was centigrade. Fahrenheit, yeah, okay. Now remember guys, I'm just keeping it warm while you come up with your questions. So throw us a question, a good question. Every question is good. I used to ask lots of questions in classrooms. I don't know if I was stupid or I just wanted to know it exactly how things were. So, 28 Fahrenheit today. I got it. Wow, it's cold then. 70 Fahrenheit last week. I see. 70 Fahrenheit, I think it's about 20 degrees Celsius. That was like a pleasant day. 28 degree Fahrenheit today. That's cold. That's pretty much, it's even colder than here because 32 is zero. So now that we have solved the world weather problem, now throw me a question. You know, from the morning that I get up, there are lots of emails that friends around the world would like to share with me, and questions of different sorts, concerns. So I've now I'm conditioned to answer questions. If I don't have my questions like a junkie, I'm looking for it. Please, pretty soon I'm going to stop somebody in the street and say, "Sir, do you have a question? I'm hurting." Yes. I am actually, yes, you're right. I am near the sea, seagulls. You can hear seagulls. That is Reduco, Popa. Where are you located, Reduco? Yes, I am about, I can see the ocean through the trees, and it's about 6 minutes walk, maybe 8 minutes walk, just to be right in front of the water. And seagulls, yes. Yes, they're very nice. I used to have a house, a place, way up, the highest you could go in this area, where they would not allow any more houses to be built. My son and I used to live there. I bought it a few years back, and we had a pond where all these frogs were making beautiful noise in springtime. You know, like when you wanted to sleep at night, it was like resort. It was dreamy, it was amazing, and it was, the rest, it would be greenbelt, and you could have deers, and bears actually show up at the beginning of the project. It was an elaborate project, so they didn't show up later on, but it was, the sound of these frogs were just amazingly soothing. Seagulls also bring that tranquility to you. Now, Maria Montoya chauffeur says, "I'm dating online. Tell me, is that the right way to get a partner?" I don't know. Some people have had good fortune, good luck with online, and have met somebody that they really had things in common. And then you hear lots of horror stories about, you know, the ones who are on internet obviously are in contact with many others, and that itself becomes a little bit of a conditioning to continue to see what else is there. You know, curiosity. What else is, so they're never satisfied. Even though if they're with somebody, they're still checking out because they don't want to delete their profile. But I don't know, it's like a lottery, it's touch and go. You may get somebody that you have things in common, or you may, especially if you're a girl, it's more sensitive than if it's a guy looking. But either way, I personally don't think it's the best. I mean, the preference would be if you meet someone that you actually think, you get to know each other, you see each other face to face and exchange. In the old times, I've tried dating sites too. When I was much younger, and they're probably still hanging around. And somebody's probably taking new pictures, putting there, because these dating sites don't let you go out. They just want population there. So who knows? Sea and seagulls are full relax. Thank you. Yes, yes, it's beautiful. Belgique, Laure Ferry. Laure. Nice to see you, Laure, here. So let's see. Reducu Popa is from Romania. Okay. Okay. It's Ionut telling me that Raducu is from Romania because of the name. He recognizes that name would be from Romania. Thank you for the info. So let's see what we have here. Carrie says, why are most men I meet so afraid of commitment? They're scared to open up emotionally. Well, you know, it's been the way they've been conditioned to. Most men nowadays have a hard time trusting that the woman they're getting into a relationship with is going to be loyal, is going to be faithful, is going to be staying around, faithful to the relationship, not necessarily going outside of the relationship. In the old days, there were things that were bind the couples into the relationship, especially the women. Traditions and religions, religious beliefs and all that. The community laws and societies and what the neighbor says and who says what and all that. We're kind of holding the woman. Nowadays, it is accepted and it is chosen. Everybody can do what they want to do according to their wishes and whim, and which is fine and perfect. But then it's gone to the point that nobody is really bound by anything. They just feel like, I'm in a relationship, I don't like the guy today, he didn't buy me good stuff, or he wasn't pleasant, or I just don't feel like it, I've changed, I want to go somewhere else. So roots really don't take place. Everything is on the surface. And guys, not that the guys are the best part of the relationship in this context, but they have also seen this happening, so they kind of are scared of it. They don't want. There are many good guys in the world that they're looking for a woman who would be something very special to them, and because of all these experiences that they've had with different relationships, which mostly have been so carelessly treated. We're talking about women's here, so don't worry. I'll get on to the guys' cases too. So because they've seen all these kind of relationships being so carelessly treated by many examples that personally or with their friends have seen by their girlfriends, so they just don't want to commit because they say, what's the use? I spend all my time and effort and love and want to build something, and suddenly she says, well, no, I'm out of love, I want to go somewhere else. Because we talked about this before, and this happens with the guys too. They suddenly stop the relationship for no good reason, boys and girls. And that's basically because they're constantly looking for their relationship to bring happiness to them. They're not happy to begin with. They haven't found happiness and what happiness is all about, the reasons for happiness, to understand what life is all about, how they can generate happiness independent of a relationship. Therefore, they come into the relationship expecting happiness, and because happiness never comes from outside, therefore they won't find it in this relationship. Therefore, they see it's the relationship, it's the partner. I got to change him, or I got to change her. And then they go like a sparrow from this branch to the next branch in search of a better, happier place. And it'll never be found, because happiness, where they're looking for it, it's never there. It's always here. An understanding of the connection with the nature and the life itself, and understanding what are real reasons to you that brings happiness from inside. So therefore, they keep changing, and they are always dissatisfied. So therefore, the relationship is so short, and they decide, I don't want to invest in that anymore. There are many, many young guys around the world that I receive emails every day. They're heartbroken, and they're stressed about, they put all their life worth and energy into treating their women. I'm talking about the good guys. I'm not talking about the assholes and idiots and so on and so forth. I'm talking about there are many good guys. And if the guy is not committing to you, maybe he's one of the good guys. I don't know. Maybe he's an asshole. I don't know. But in general, I'm talking about there are many good guys around the world that they write me every day. They're heartbroken, even though they have done all the best things that a woman seemingly is looking for. But yet the woman left for someone else who had more money, more things, or more connections, or the family roots were different, or if it's from different parts of the world, different caste caused them to not want to be connected to this family, and so on and so forth. So therefore, this is one of the reasons that many good guys are simply homebound. They just do their things. They make money, they do their things, and they try to find happiness on their own, because they have seen what happens when they put all their heart and soul into the relationship, and yet the girl still not happy, because today's environment, the society has said, just see what you can get. If it's not here, go for an easy one. Go somewhere else. Don't try to build anything. Don't try to repair anything. Just if it's not working, drop it, dispose it, and go somewhere else. See if that person will provide for you. So this laziness of making a relationship work is making girls and guys separate from a good relationship, possibly. And this is what happens. Now, man, there are many, for your information, many good young men, or middle-aged men, or older men. They're all out there looking for wonderful women. And if they're not committing, and there's nothing that you have done to cause it, then walk away. It's just not a relationship material guy. Is perhaps the other side of the coin, and he's a player. He just wants to use this woman and that woman, and not really is interested in committing himself to a relationship, which that is the kind of boys that are not suitable for a relationship, because they think that happiness and their manhood is defined by the number of women that they go out with, because this is what they see, that the society looks at him. Oh, he's a player, he's a playboy. So that means of some echelon, which really worth nothing. They're living for a reputation of some kind of a playboy kind, which is just worth nothing. It's just a word. But in reality, they never see happiness, because they never build anything. It's like steps. They're going from this steps to the next one, but they're not building anything on that step. So either way, the reputation of the relationships that people have been experiencing with each other has gone around, and people know about it, and the whole society and everywhere in the world is sensitized by it. So therefore, everybody is cautious in getting into any kind of relationship, because they don't know if it's going to hold. And not because of their quality, it is because of the conditioning of that girl or the conditioning of that boy, that they are not simply understanding that they got to build something, rather than just waiting for things to arrive for them with no efforts, and so they will be feeling good and expecting happiness to come from somebody else to them, rather than they make their own happiness and just work on a relationship, both of them, equally. So, Now you're sorry you asked because it went on and on. So I hope that is something to consider. This is not to say that there's anything wrong with the men or the women. It's just the way it has turned out to be, as industries and businesses have tried to use this whole men and women as commodities against each other. So really nobody's looking for quality of relationship. They're just looking for quantity of relationship, thinking the more boyfriends or the more girlfriends, the more experience they have, then there would be something magical coming out of one of them. No, you got to choose right, and you got to spend time, invest energy, faithfulness, loyalty, togetherness, equality, and build something. So that's probably what the problems is, that not too many people are exercising it. Jacob says it's been very warm in the east Tennessee for February. Over the weekend in the 70s, wow, but 26 in the morning. Ooh, that's cold. Hello everyone, I'm a currently college student in my senior year. Okay, Jacob. And he says he's been married, divorced, dated, and have had one-night stands. I have derived that I may be alone the rest of my life with the occasional splash of love, but not a lasting one. You never know, Jacob, what the waves will bring tomorrow. So just because you don't see what the ocean is bringing, because many waves have started from center of the ocean far, far away, where you cannot see them. It's not in the field of your vision. It's too far for you. But it doesn't mean just because you can't see them, there isn't a special wave on its way, have started moving towards you, but you just can't see it now. So never lose hope. Continue being the good man that you are. Continue building your life. And in time, you will see the wave, and you will see what kind of a present it may be carrying for you specifically. Now, Ionut has a question. He says, I have a question. He says, how can you overcome envy? Like, I am not a rich boy, just a normal or a bit poor boy, and I see close friends enjoy nice things, and I wish them too. Lots of people have many different things. You're focused on what material thing they have. And because you see a material thing that they have, you have a physical expression of their condition of life. But what you don't see may be something that you never want to have. So you think they're happy with that thing. But you take that thing away, they're not happy, because they're conditioned to be happy with things. Some people are. Focus on being happy without things, independent of achieving, attaining, buying, having, owning things. Then when you do strive full force to gain and attain whatever you want to achieve in life, you will always be happy on your way to achieving it and when you achieved it. Otherwise, you will only be conditioned to be happy when you get things. And on the way to get them, you're always nervous and unhappy because your happiness is dependent on things. So, many people have things that I don't have. But why would I care about what they have? And if I want to put my happiness on things, I'll never be happy, because there's unlimited number of things that I may wish for. Right here, I'm sitting here, there's so many things I can wish for. But really, what I really want to wish for is to be happy. So I learn what brings happiness, not that things I should follow and pursue in order to get happiness. Because the happiness is not in things. The happiness is in very simple, basic things of life, which you need to find it for yourself. As I mentioned before, the moment that you open your eyes, that's a reason to be happy. The moment that you see there's oxygen, clean air to breathe, reason to be happy. Something to eat, something to drink, a place to sleep, safe place to be. And the rest, I will build it. I will make it. I'm not going to be envy of anything. So many people have so many things, far more than I've never ever in my life envied anything that anybody had. Why? Because I've been fully focused on the things that I have, and I love having them. If you constantly want to be focusing on the things, the nice things that they have, then you simply are forgetting about the things that you have. So if you're not focusing on the things that you have, you will find no reason for you to be happy, because you don't really know what you have. You only know what they have. So what I'm suggesting to you is focus on the things that you want to have and you have it. And don't focus on the things that you don't have, because you never know if they really worth that much. You're just judging it by the way they're interacting with it. However, having said all that, envy produces a negative energy for you, because you always think then what you have and what you are is not enough, because I want that, and unless I have that, I'm not more. Because we've all been conditioned ever since childhood to be more, to want more, and thinking that by getting things we will be more. Right now you're looking at them, you think they're more than you are. Why? Because they have things, and you think because somebody has things, then they are more. It's like when you're walking in the street and you see somebody with their girlfriend. You think he's more valuable than you because he's got a girlfriend. But if the same person walking by himself and you see that person, you think no comparison. It's just that we are conditioned to want to be more, and when somebody is with another person, we think that person is more than me because there are two of them. If somebody has some nice car, you think that person is more than you because he's got a nice car, because there's something more about him, a thing, an object. But don't do that, because really objects have a definite time life. They break down, and no longer they're as fancy as they were at the day one. So they cannot really add anything to you. All they're doing is costing that person a lot to maintain it. So focus on the things that you love about your life, the things you want to build in life, the things you want to accomplish in life, and choose and use the fact that you want to have the nice things that they have as your motivation for you to go and get what you want in life. So try to become independent of things and what other people have, and keep looking on your direction if you want to get to your destination. If I'm going this way, have a plan, want to get somewhere, but I keep looking at the other line, like if I'm in a race, in a running race, in a track team race, and if I'm focusing on my own lane and keep running as fast toward the finish line, I'll have a better result than keep looking how far is this guy. Is that guy's more ahead of me? And that way, he's catching up. I'll lose my concentration. So focus on your life. Focus on what you have. Focus on the things that you love about your life. And the things that the others have, it would be nice if you have it, but you don't, so the hell with it. You go on and see what you can do in your future and build your life to the point that you will have some things that you want. And believe me, the things that you really envy right now, a few years from now, you don't even want them. It's just that you think that you will be more by having what they have. But try to understand, being more is not by things. You can be more and a lot more than them and what they have if you just educate yourself, learn about yourself, how you can develop, how you can extend good energy, how you can find wonderful connection between you and the nature, tranquility and peace, and develop yourself and get closer to the destination that you're headed for. Perhaps this would be something that could help you And also, envying others, it just brings internal negative feeling, and you want to have an external positive flow of energy, and that would be the way to negotiate life. So, you're welcome, Carrie. Well, Carrie says not easy being single these days. That's for sure. Why not? Why is it not easy to be single? It is not easy only if you think that the pleasure part of being with a partner is the goal of your life, or is the most important part of your life. That's only pleasure. Companionship, pleasure. But remember, your order and the order of your partner will be different. There will be so many differences and so on too. It's not like all rosy all the time. Every time you're trying to make sure that things will work out and you guys will synchronize and coordinate. And that's why the relationships often don't work, because they each have different way of doing things, thinking, expecting. Their norm, their order is different, and they get together, this one interfering with this order and this one interfering with this one's order, so they have difficulties and conflicts and divisions, and they eventually sort them out somehow, and then one of them decides to leave, and then again the order changes because you're used to this order, now you're, I guess, single order now. So it has its own pain. Why don't you focus on enjoying and understanding life as it is, its purpose, contribution to the life, learning wisdom, learning how to interact with nature, with the energy of the universe, and produce what you want to produce, meet your goals, develop. There's so many wonderful things in life. If you can internally get to know yourself more, then you will get to know humanity more. Then you'll see the ones that you're really falling apart for has the same shortcomings that you have. So you will balance it, and your relationship will be important, but will not be the whole life. Because if you make it the whole life, if it does break up, then you think your whole life is broken up. That's a conditioning you do to yourself by making it to be far bigger than what it is. The part that everybody wants to be with a partner is because of the intimacy, the warmth, the energy exchange, the sexuality, and all these things. But they should have a place in your life, but they shouldn't be the whole of your life, that you think without it, your life is not complete. There's a lot more to life than just a relationship. Relationships are very important. I understand that. We all love that. But it cannot be everything, because then if it doesn't work, instead of thinking, okay, it doesn't work, I'll go and try to find another relationship, you think, oh, it was the whole thing and it doesn't work, now the whole thing has fallen apart. Then you'd be devastated. It is difficult to be happy without things when you see others can have a car or nice shoes or clothes, or they can go in different places. Yes, I understand that. But that could be your real motivation to go and build your life and yourself in such a way that you can create a certain kind of a business or a job, and maybe have a discipline in your saving money, in your economics, and get to the point that you'll be wealthy. That is not something, not being wealthy is not a handicap. Being poor is not a handicap. It's just a momentary situation you have in life. But you are a capable man, and life is long, future is ahead of you, and you build and plan, be patient, methodically follow your plan, and you will end up having what you want to have. It's like you cultivate a seed. You can't just throw the seed and have the orange tree come up and then take the oranges. You have the seed, that's good enough. Find a good fertile ground, and even if it's not so fertile, make sure you protect it and feed it and let the sunshine go on it, water, nutrients. it will grow for you. You have the seed. You are that seed. Go plant yourself somewhere, meaning develop yourself. Make sure you understand what you need to do to become successful, your education, the job, perseverance, and have plans, have positivity. Don't envy people. Build your life. And with that seed, which is you, you can plant it in such a way and have, the beauty of it is that you can have it to be any kind of tree, any kind of fruit, not just one. You can have all the things that you envy, but you got to have a plan, and you got to believe that you're the seed. So plant it, take care of yourself, develop yourself. You will have everything. Use that as your motivation to go and get what you want. Nothing stands in front of you. You're capable like anybody else. If the difference is that they got it for free, maybe from their mom and dad, you are going to build it by yourself, on yourself. It's going to be far more tasty, far tastier than what they're going through, what they're experiencing. Okay, let's see what do we have here. It says, so it's all about the money. After all, they can buy happiness. Well, they can buy things with the money, but they can't buy happiness with the money, because whatever they buy, if that represents happiness to them, well, it has the ratio when it breaks down. You can buy things with money, but you can never be happy. There's so many people in the world, they're millionaires and they have everything material way, but they're not necessarily happy. You're not in their lives. You don't know what's going on in their consciousness, what troubles they're facing with, what they're thinking. Their own thinking is actually making them not be happy. So happiness must be independent from money, independent from other people, and then you go and explore whatever it is you want to explore, and then spend your money on things that you seem to like. Okay, let's see. What else we have here? You're welcome. You're welcome, Inut. Jennifer, good to see you. Where have you been? Jacob, you're welcome, dear. Carrie says, it's just because most of my friends are married or attached. I feel out of place. Believe me, many of you envy you, because they may be there with their partner and you look at them, oh, there are two of them, or they're so happy. Who knows, maybe they just had a fight when they were leaving their home, or maybe they're going to have trouble tomorrow. So it goes both ways. Sometimes it's all this good and that good. So be patient, focus on your path, keep doing the things that you enjoy in life. Don't keep looking, because then you may be missing what you're trying to find by keep looking everywhere. Because if you're looking too many places, you're not focusing on what you're doing, and you may actually fall off the ledge. So focus on what you're doing, and things will present themselves when you're busy in a positive, creating things, building things, doing things, activity, flow of energy. That energy makes you feel confident and happy, and that confidence and happiness will introduce you better than your physical appearance and your needs may. Raduko, Austria. Wie geht's heute? Geht's gut, danke. Yeah, if you don't get married, you won't get divorced. That's true. Good. Thank you, Carrie. Okay, I will, she says, still reading your book. Good. I hope you're enjoying it. Remember, guys, you can always go on the YouTube channel. The link is up there, and there's over 330 or so over that. It's constantly adding up videos in regards to breakups and the psyche and how the mind works, how the thoughts work, where the thoughts come from, the relationship between thoughts and the consciousness, ego, desire, and fears, how they all work together, interact with each other, and react to each other in your daily life, negotiating your daily life, in your relationship, after a breakup, and through what other challenges you may be facing in life. So all those videos are there for you to enjoy. If you go on my site, www.mindthatseekstruth.com, you'll get to see the sample chapters of my books, and you see the table of contents, and you see which one is something that you may be looking for. And you can also have a one-on-one Skype talk with me on through my site, which I do that through the week throughout the world. And that is something that you can share with me, whichever matter that you have on your mind regarding relationship or life in general. And also there are things that I've done for some universities, as far as a little seminar about the end of fear and the relation between fear and thought, and that is quite interesting. I suggest for you, there's a sample 10 minutes video of it that you can see for free on my site. And there's also a VIP video club on the site, which is about 120 videos that are not listed on YouTube. You get something like $5 a month or $22 per year. It's very nominal. So you can also use that if that is something you want. And at the same time, you can go and like my Facebook page, which is, the link is up there, and you can be in touch and see what scheduled live talks we have, and what the events come up, and the posts, and so on and so forth. So, and do share the videos that you like, so other people around the world, they will see that there is support after breakup, and they won't feel so lonely and devastated, and that also introduce them the work that I do. Jacob says, why do people continue to go back into a violent relationship, physical or verbal abuse? I had to break friendships and relationships, ties with people that seem to be addicted to the drama. Well, really, that is the weakness of the mind, and they just are always looking for affirmation and approval, as they have not been able to find affirmation within themselves, to find reasons for the way they negotiate with life to be what affirms them and approves of them. In reality, in actuality, the real approval is when you actually are happy with what you're doing, but mostly are conditioned to seek affirmation and approval from others. Ever since childhood, we've been compared to the others. So-and-so's son, look how wonderful he is. So-and-so's daughter, so how polite and nice she is. And then the teacher compares you with somebody else. Parents, the religious leaders, and the company that you work on, there's always hierarchy, and this one produced this much. So there's always comparison being done. So you're conditioned to want to be more, and you're conditioned to be compared. So therefore you're looking for affirmation, that I got to do something. And if somebody, I'm conditioned to want somebody to say, oh, good boy, oh, good job. It's like the ones that we have, I'm receiving right now. Every like that comes up, I say, oh, somebody likes me. We're conditioned to look for likes, and we are hesitant. Like if you have 1,000 like and you have 2 dislike, and you say, oh, what happened? Why they don't like me? So we're conditioned to find them as something positive or negative, affect our psyche. And so we're seeking that. So you're seeking approval, you're seeking affirmation. And if your relationship, whether it was violent, good or bad, if you're weak-minded enough and not see the big picture, you're still thinking that affirmation from that asshole who is violent and unfair to you and treats you not properly. I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about in general a relationship, a situation. if the mind is weak and cannot see the quality that you're being treated that is unfair and unacceptable, then you will focus on the fact that you get an affirmation if you comply with this idiot who's trying to manipulate you or dominate you or be mean to you and so on. And sometimes in relationships, they are dependent on the food or the money that the husband or the wife is providing for the other partner, and therefore they put up with all kind of shit, and that itself is a way to be conditioned to comply to get that stuff. So there are many reasons, but once they become strong-minded and understand that they're capable, they're the seed that can grow anything themselves, by themselves, and they're capable to provide and do anything in their life and achieve anything in life, then they will break that shit and they go out of that relationship and they will be free forever, as nobody should put up with that kind of shit. Okay, now you got me going. Okay, now Raduko asks, what about a relationship between two persons who have different religions, or one is atheist and other is very religious? So what? So what? One is religious and one is not. What does that have anything to do with the quality of honesty, faithfulness, interaction, cooperation, a flow of energy, building something together? If they think that the other person should be a mirror of this one, the other person should have the same religion as I do, that means they are simply following their own condition, because when they were growing up, they grew up under a certain system, certain religious beliefs, and their consciousness is, the content of their consciousness is built based on those rules and those taboos and affirmations and need for recognition in that group. And they have believed that that's the only way to be, well, which already is limiting their understanding of what life is all about. All these things, tribes and nationalities and religions, and all these are limiting everybody's ability to connect and appreciate the importance of each person in this whole big picture. Instead, excuse me, instead they think only this people who belong to this group are supposedly compatible with me. But that is what they have been put in their consciousness. It has nothing to do with their humanity. You have been conditioned to believe that you have to belong to this group, and then your value will go higher if you're among us versus if you're among that group. In the old times, in the caveman times, there were one guy and then there were another guy, everybody living by themselves, and eventually they start maybe stealing each other's stuff. So they say, oh, maybe I should combine my powers with this other guy and this other girl, and the two of us or three of us will be able to withstand the attacks of the other people coming and taking our goodies, our chicken, or that time little dinosaurs that we're gonna have steaks with. So they created a group to bring that psychological security, that security. Then the other one says, oh, there are two or three of them, so maybe we should be two or three. So they created two or three. These guys said, oh, there are two or three, we should be 4 or 5 or 6. And then the other ones became 4 or 5 or 6. Suddenly, now the group that they were devastating each other, stealing from each other, or destroying each other, they became bigger. So their destruction power became bigger. 4 or 5 of them now. They can do more damage. The other ones became 4 or 5. They can do more damage. Then they became a tribe. Then they became a tribe. And more damage can be done. Then they became a bigger group. And so on and so forth. Now we have nationalities which still behave in the same way as the cavemen did, trying to destroy each other, dominate each other, to get each other, to create that psychological security. So the one guy didn't have enough security. He asked for his buddy to join him. 2 of them, now they feel secure. The other guys became 2. They felt secure. They became 3, more secure. And their clan, 5 or 6 of them. And then a tribe, and they felt more secure. But every time that they gather to bring psychological security, that was the exact reason why they became less safe. Because the destruction power became more, and the other guys also arranged another group. So therefore, when they joined to bring psychological security, the others joined to bring psychological security, and they became facing each other even stronger. So the more you go for that group to bring you security, the more you create division and conflict between the groups and become further away from that, what you've been pursuing, that elusive psychological security. So now, this is perhaps and religion in relationships is doing the same thing. You have joined somewhere to bring you cohesiveness with a group, within a group brings security, and the other one has joined the same thing, but that mere difference is now bringing more divisions between you two. So these are things that you got to understand. When you come to understand this whole thing, then it doesn't matter what religion you guys have, because you both understand that religion is not the absolute, because then there are other religions that they say they are absolute. So it's best to understand the role of cooperation and loving and sharing, rather than the role of belonging to this path or that path, because it's not the path that brings the values of humanity. It's the humans who actually can act on that compassion and love and create that wonderful feeling that the relationship or a society could have. Kunal says, how would you identify red flags, WRT, behavioral, materialistic issues, etc., in a relationship? And at what point you'd want to take them seriously for a relation that lasted 3 to 4 months? Really, Kunal, it depends on what red flag means to you. I mean, if I'm asking a girl out and I want to ask her for dinner, well, might as well, I must be prepared to pay for it. And why not? You're a gentleman and you're inviting a girl, a lady out to dinner. It's traditionally been the way it's been. Now, if she chooses to offer to pay for the dinner or for her way, depends on what you think is appropriate. I think customary a man would pay for that dinner. So if she didn't offer, well, it's maybe not so nice, because she seems to be expecting it, and she shouldn't expect it. She should appreciate it as a sign of respect to her, the fact that the man wants to pay, the date wants to pay. But these are not supposed to be any flags. This is a traditional thing that, as a respect to a lady, it's always been like that. Ladies have been put on this certain kind of a place as a important person, and to do things for them seems to show certain kind of a attention and energy. And these are all not red flags. But if that person behaves in such a way that she expects you to pay, expects you to buy this and to buy this and do this, and she never offers, that is a red flag, because it seems like she expecting something is like forcing you to. It's like not appreciating. It's like as if she has this feeling of domination by just the fact that she's a woman and she is sought after. So she's now using that to get things. That is not a healthy interaction. So you may want to watch for her attitude. Not necessarily that if she pays for dinner or some cinema that you guys go, a movie, if she offers at least to show a respect and appreciation rather than expectation. Otherwise, the rest of it you can figure out what is palatable to you, what is not. Jacob, you're welcome. Gonzalo, hi Mehran. Hello Luis, how are you? How's Ecuador? And we have Emily says, how can one find the motivation to live? You don't have to look for motivation to live. All you have to do is do this right now, right this moment. Do what I'm doing. 2 fingers, yeah? Close your mouth and lock this up. You can see that motivation is to let it go, to live. That's when you understand the value of life. You seem to be bogged down for so many garbage out there that you think the very basic reason to live is not there. Breathing is a motivation to live. Wanting to survive, to see what the next day brings, what I can do for myself and for the others, how I can develop myself. You're not sure you want to live? Just close this for a second. You will see. Breathing is motivation to live. And it's far better than not breathing. And you will see that if one dies, there's nothing else. There's nothing you can do about any problem that you may be facing. But is that what we're living for? We're trying to learn, become wiser, deal with things, learn how things work and how to solve things. If you're not alive, you have none of these opportunities. And yet, over 300 million have been sacrificed for you to be in this world that you're so shallowly talking about it. What is the motivation to live? When your mom and dad went on their honeymoon, in every attempt for procreation, there's over 300 million sperms created. Out of that 300 million, only one succeeds, wins the race. You were that one. You were lucky and capable and able, and better than 300 million other sperms, smarter, faster, more trained, fit to survive. And you made it. And out of that luck, you're talking like this, as this is just some nothing. You won over 300 million others. 300 million others sacrificed for you to be here. So you better make something out of yourself. So you better learn how to deal with life. You better learn how to become wiser, smarter, more fit in everything, mind and body. And so when we are finished with our experience in life, we have created some wisdom, learned things that with our passing, our energy part of our life will take this package of wisdom and learned experiences to the collective consciousness of the universe and help the universe as a whole to become smarter and wiser. And that's what we are each here in every one of us learn things in this journey. And when our body dies, our mind and energy doesn't die. It, with all its experiences and wisdom that has gathered in this short journey of life, will return and helps the universe as a whole to become stronger, wiser, and to create a better future for the rest of the energy and experiences that we all will experience or the others will experience. So please understand the value, the treasure that you have, the wonderful gift that you've been given to be on this earth. There is a video I have, the happiness, success and happiness on my channel. Please go to my channel and search for this success and happiness on my own channel, and it will show you a few videos, or go to the playlist and just type in, you will find the playlist happiness, and watch them, and you will see how powerful and so many reasons you wonderfully have to live and experience this beautiful life, as short as it may be. It's short by itself. We don't need to shorten it any further. So be cool about that. Hassan from Turkey, Afendi, I don't know what to say. Buyuruz or Gülagila, I don't know. I hope you can teach me something. Braduko, you're welcome. Now, if somebody is in West Coast North America, tell me what time is it. Hi from Georgia. Salume Jincharadze. Georgia, United States, or Georgia in the East? Prince, 11:36. Okay, good. Okay, guys, looks like we've had our full hour, and I appreciate you guys taking the time and being here. I hope you had fun as much as I did, and I hope you will have an enjoyable Sunday, and for the ones who is Sunday evening, you'll have a wonderful evening and ready to go for your tomorrow's events and plans. Have a wonderful week that is ahead of you, and wish you all sort things out and be wise, think deep and judge well. Be good to yourself and to the others, and I'll see you guys next Saturday on my own Facebook page, and next Sunday on this Amazing Things in the World Facebook page. And thank you again for attending and allowing me to share some time with you, and I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I did. I love you all. Have a good day. Take care of yourself, and talk to you next week. Don't forget to check my videos on the YouTube channel and like them. Bye for now.